quite the crew here. Let me see. Oh, I need to pull my whole thing. Oh, that's that one. I don't want that one. I don't like that chat as much.
You have choices?
I do.
I discovered that. I discovered that there were more than one. The other
Oh, actually, let's do this real quick. Hey, this is P over here.
Mariah, M over there.
That's Patricia.
Mariah.
And together, we are PM Artist Studio. Hello to Anne, Carrie, Christy, Mo, Caroline, Darcy, Dana, Diana, welcome. Fran, Eva, Jolyn, Liz, Mary Ann, Maxine, Dorothy, Panka, and our dear friend Lisa from Sirius Hecka. There we go.
Woohoo!
That's who is in the
Quite the crew then.
Yeah, quite the crew. Now we got some lurkers too. Be sure to let. Oh, hey Ricky. Glad you're here. Let us know that you're here in the chat, because otherwise we don't know. You're just a number.
Yep.
That's it. If you don't let us know, we don't know.
And you don't get to say things.
So much of life is that way, isn't it? You just don't know until you know.
Yeah, and you can't just hug the sidelines forever. Sometimes you got to get in the game.
That's right. Put yourself out there. Put yourself in the chat. Hey, Linda.
There we go. I think we're shaming him.
Calling out them lurkers. It's okay. You can
shaming the
too.
lurkers.
That's totally fine. We don't mind.
And besides that, we don't even know.
That's right. We don't know.
We don't have any inside info here.
Yes. What are we doing today? It's Thursday Thoughts.
It is Thursday Thoughts. And I have my little notebook here. Look at this. I have some thoughts.
Well, that's fantastic.
I have some thoughts.
Hey, do we look a little clearer? A little more
crisp?
A little more crisp? What do you guys think? We've been playing with settings. My hat, sleep. There we go. I don't know what's going on.
Why did you put your...
Oh, don't.
Her hair looks so cute. And she just crams that crappy looking hat on that I swear I'm going to burn it one of these days. I'm just going to burn it.
I love this hat. This hat makes me... It's kind of like a security blanket. I kind of like it. It makes me feel safe. She just wants to
Makes you look ugly, if that helps any.
That's not very nice. Hello, Lisa Mingus. Why is that chat even showing up? I'm not really even sure. There we go. I wanted that to go away. It was distracting me.
You had more than one?
I did. It was making me a lot.
Well, it's better than none.
That's right. Two's better than none. Just like one.
I'm just waiting for my go-ahead here.
Oh, yes. So sorry. Go ahead. All you.
Okay. Well, no poetry this week, but I found this really cool article. And I just thought it really kind of brought in a lot of things that we say in makers. It brought in a lot of the things we're going to be doing today, in a sense. But mostly it just has to do with our community. Okay. Scientists say your mind isn't confined to your brain or even your body. This is from Quartz, and I think, Mariah, did you get it in? Did you get the...
I have the link. I will drop that in later on. I didn't have a chance to actually drop it into the description box, but if you guys want to come back and you want to read the full... Because you're not going to read the full article, right?
I'm reading the whole thing. It just takes about 5 minutes.
Wow, there you go.
Exploring how the mind extends beyond the physical self. It is an article rewritten by Olivia Goldhill from Quartz magazine. The mind is more than just the brain. Photos from the Regents of the University of California. You might wonder at some point today what's going on in another person's mind. You,
me, you,
your, of consciousness, the essence of your being. Without a mind, you cannot be considered meaningfully alive. Well, mentally too, I guess. So what exactly and where precisely is it? Traditionally, scientists have tried to define the mind as a product of brain activity. The brain is a physical substance. The mind is the conscious product of those firing neurons, according to classic argument. But growing evidence shows that the mind goes far beyond the physical workings of your brain.
I know that's right.
No doubt. That says it there. No doubt, the brain plays an incredibly an incredibly important role, but our minds cannot be confined to what is inside our skull or even our body. According to the definition first put forward by Dan Siegel, a professor of psychiatry at UCLA School of Medicine and the author of the 2016 book Mind, a journey to the heart of being human. He, Dan Siegel, first came up with the definition more than 2 decades ago at a meeting of 40 scientists across disciplines, including neuroscientists, physicists, sociologists, and anthropologists. The aim was to come to an understanding of the mind that would appeal to common ground and satisfy those wrestling with the questions across these fields. After much discussion, they decided that a key component of the mind is the emergent self-organizing process, both embodied and relational, that regulates energy and information flow within and among us. It's not catchy, but it is interesting and with meaningful implications. The most immediately shocking element of this definition is that our minds extend beyond our physical selves. In other words, our mind is not simply our perception of experiences, but those experiences themselves. Siegel argues that it's impossible to completely disentangle our subjective view of the world from our interactions. Maybe the mind is like the coastline, some inner and inter process. Mental life for an anthropologist or sociologist is profoundly social. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, attention, and your experience in the subjective world is part of mind. The definition has been supported by research across the sciences, but much of the original idea came from mathematics. Siegel realized the mind meets the mathematical definition of a complex system in that it's open, can learn things outside itself.
Some, not all.
Chaos capable, which simply means it's roughly randomly distributed, and nonlinear, which means a small input leads to a large and difficult to predict result. Isn't that? I think that's
like a balloon.
It's your father would love this, Mariah. In math, complex systems are self-organizing, and Siegel believes this idea is the foundation to mental health. Again, borrowing from the mathematics, optimal self-organization is flexible, adaptive, coherent, energized, and stable. This means that without optimal self-organization, you arrive at either chaos or rigidity. A notion that, Siegel says, fits the range of symptoms of mental health disorders. Finally, self-organization demands linking together differentiated ideas or essentially integration. And Siegel says integration, whether that's within the brain or within society, is the foundation of a healthy mind. Siegel says he wrote his book now because he sees so much misery in society, and he believes this is partly shaped by how we perceive our own minds. He talks of doing research in Namibia, where people he spoke to attributed their happiness to a sense of belonging. When Siegel was asked in return whether he belonged in America, his answer was less upbeat. I thought how isolated we all are and how disconnected we feel, he says. In our modern society, we have this belief that the mind is brain activity, and this means the self, which comes from the mind, is separate and we don't really belong. But we're all...
Did you miss a page? Oh, no.
Did you give me... Did I get all the pages?
I think so.
Well, some of it's missing. Okay, you can read the real deal yourself. In other words, even perceiving our mind is simply a product of our brain. Rather than relations can make us feel more isolated. And to appreciate the benefits of interrelations, you simply have to open your mind. Well, that obviously we missed a whole page there because that did not segue into the other one very seamlessly. excellent article.
She printed that wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it is. That printer down there.
Well, Brent, yes, let's blame it on the printer. It's not feeling very communal.
Yeah, it isn't. I'm firing it. Boom! You're out of here.
So there we go.
There we go.
Cinco de
But I
Mayo.
think the upshot of the whole thing is that when you feel like you are a part of a larger community other than just yourself, you're going to be happier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, works for me. I think, you know, one of Mariah's friends that she's known for a long time watched some of our videos and she said, "You guys look happy." And, you know, Mariah said, "Well, we are. But that does not mean we are without conflict or that we don't have disagreements or whatever. Of course we do. We're a family. And we work those things out. Because ultimately what you have to decide is you love each other, and that's what's really important."
Yes.
And I think that is where we are in our community.
Yes, and you guys are very much, that's why we're having this conversation. You guys are our community.
Our extended community. And I think that's how we reach out of ourselves into something that we could become rather than just stay what we are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now you might think, oh, that really doesn't have a lot to do with it. Yes, it does. Because one of the things that you can do in reaching out is you are trying to make yourself make sense of chaos.
Carrie would like to know that if his mind is open, does that mean that it will take longer to dry? Oh, it's cute.
Yes, yes. Very much so. Very much so. There's some retarder in there.
Yeah, it's open. Or
yes.
Open to a lot of things, so you're going to take longer to process.
Yeah, and it will take longer to dry. You know, but it doesn't matter. Just wait for a wind to come along. Yeah. Don't get out the hairdryer.
Yes.
I'm out of here. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about what we started last week, which is Mariah's little...
Let me know when you want me to go topside. Because I'll just have us, our big old heads on the, screen.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to go topside because I don't want him to read my notes.
Okay.
Because I might not be able to talk about everything.
There you go.
Is that okay?
That's totally fine. You just let me know when to go topside.
So, one of the questions that we want to address, and hopefully, kind of crystallize it into some kind of functional final form. It won't be final, but getting there.
It's a lot of F.
It's a process. It's on a continuum. Okay? Mm-hmm. We're about here.
Where?
Here. What constitutes done? Done.
Izzy always wants to know how long something. This much time? She's really her concept. She's working out time, and so then she watches the on her iPad. She watches the movies, and she says, "Well, I have this much time."
Yeah. So she's talking about the little bar at the bottom.
She knows that. It's all relative.
I know, and I think that's really interesting that she's made that connection. Cause she's having problems with time as a special concept.
It's actually a normal thing. This is sort of when they start to kind of they recognize that time is different.
Yeah, she said, how long is it till my birthday?
Yeah.
And you really struggle trying to come up with something that defines it
for her to understand.
Yeah, and that's just a ongoing struggle. Okay, well, it's also an ongoing struggle with how do I know something is done? What do I look for in deciding this? And when is done not really done? When I went through my prints, and I'm going to show you how many I have. Again, I do this. These are all ones that are being considered for circle journal. My circle.
She said her, one journal. I said, I think this is probably going to be another one of those that has a volume set.
Remember, this is the one that is going to have all the different styles, different stencils, different ways of dealing with texture, color, transparency, opaqueness, all of that good stuff. So that probably isn't going to be done for a long time. Okay?
Done.
Now, all the time people say, well, what do you do with all of your prints? And basically that's what we do. We make books. That isn't the only thing. I mean, we send them to you guys. I chop them up and make little cards for, to go in the little envelopes.
Collaged with them.
Thank you notes and whatnot. Thank you cards.
Yes, cards.
Yeah. And it's really nice that you can just whip something out and you don't have to go to the store, because when I go to the store to pick out a card, you got to give me about 45 minutes.
I know, Brad.
I have to read.
Don't ever take Brad with you. He does not understand the process of picking out a card. Love him.
So it's just a whole lot easier for us. And they never say, okay, so you find something you like the outsides. You open it up and, oh my gosh, it's full of this sappy,
It's like, that's totally not me. That's not me. You were me on the outside.
I like the outside. I don't like the inside. But okay, and then you go along and everything, and you like the insides, but the outside is just, So it's just best to make your own.
Yeah.
Then you can write exactly what you want inside.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time, effort, energy, and, hey, money.
Well, maybe.
That's always.
I think it goes back to that whole thing of I can make it on my own. The card costs $7, but then all the art supplies that it would require to make the card.
I know, but see, the thing about it is I already have all of that.
Yeah,
now, if I had to go out and purchase it,
yes,
yes, I remember that time. I know what wreath she's talking about. It's the $200 wreath that we could have bought for $79. Yeah. Okay. But something else, somebody else, and I refuse to use this word fodder. I'm going to tell you why.
We don't like the word fodder.
It has a really bad meaning for me. I grew up and became of age in the 60s, and this was during the Vietnam War. I was not married to Mariah's father, when he was first drafted, but he later, and we were both students at the University of Northern Colorado. And if he had dropped out of school, he would have immediately been inducted into the Army, because at the time they did draft and you had a number. I think his number was like 59 or something. Very low number. He would have gone immediately. And one of the things that they called those recruits, because they needed them faster than they could train them, because a lot of them were dying, is they called them cannon fodder.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a word, it's a term that was used to describe the masses of young men that we sent over, poorly trained, who died. Cannon fodder.
So Fran wants to know, she's not wild about fodder, stash. No, we like edibles.
Edibles, because it's a positive thing. We're adding, we're not subtracting. And I think it gives dignity. The word fodder, actually the meaning is it's dried hay or food to feed cattle or other livestock.
It's like a filler thing. It's not even, it doesn't have a lot of value, nutritional value. There isn't value to it. So you're already devaluing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to devalue anything that I have spent time creating.
Yeah. So we just call them edibles. Or we just call them things that we save and we're going to use for later.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And Gail, we approved both edibles with the ADABL and IDBLES, because actually both works. Edibles and
as long as you have ADD.
Yeah, as long as you're
adding.
Don't have the ADD while you're ADDing.
Yes, that can produce disastrous results.
Yes.
Or no results at all. Okay, so.
Oh, Carrie wants to know why not stash. Well, I mean.
Yeah, I can live with that word. I don't mind that word. It's just.
But edibles is something that you can. It has that whole build upon thing, because some edibles can then be added to, or edibles. Yes, you could eat your edibles, or eat. As long as they're edible. Edibles.
You be careful about, ingesting paint that has lead or...
Yeah, don't eat your paint.
Don't lick your brushes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's been known to lick a brush, but it was a brand new one.
Yeah, it was. Who knows where it'd been, but, you know, I felt pretty good about it.
I think Anne has it now. She has the licked brush. She's
Okay, well, I'm hoping she washed it off. Okay, yeah. So I have an arrow going from the word done down to balance of unity and variety. That's a good indicator. If what you are looking at there somehow or other doesn't make you want to tilt, or makes you want to grab something else and put it on there because it looks off balance, then probably you're on your way to good stuff, okay? It needs to have something interesting, and then, you know, leave it alone. Hit yourself, you know, go to the mirror, slap yourself 3 or 4 times, and
post it in Makers, ask us, we'll let you know.
Yes.
Say, is this done?
And we will be happy to do that. Yes. And if you post something and ask something like that, you better be ready for my comments, because I will tell you. Yes, if you open yourself up to what do you think, and you have posted it in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group, you will get honesty from P. Yeah, don't just do that because you're being cute. Yeah. Because you will regret that decision. Maybe, unless your stuff is really good. Yeah. This is true, too. Then bring it. If you're just doing rhetorical asking, then don't bother. Yeah. Don't waste my time. Yeah. All right. To theme or not to theme is my next thing here. Because remember, Mariah's theme is blooms, blossoms, flowers. Bring on the blooms. Thank you. Yeah, bring them on. And I think that it's really important to talk thematically. What does a theme mean? It's something that is repeated enough throughout whatever it is you're doing, if it's one piece of paper or if it's 25. It's repeated enough that somehow or other your viewer gets the message. Oh my gosh, you know, this is about snails. Or, oh, wow, this is about dirt. I don't know. What are you saying? What? Theme. Snails. Theme. Dirt, yeah? Snails, dirt, whatever. I don't care what your theme is. If you repeat it enough times, your audience, your viewer, your person who you want to engage is going to get it. Okay? Now, let's go to color. That's our next little thing. If you're doing a theme and it's dirt, I don't really think you probably should bring in sky colors and pinks and, you know, sunsets. Somehow or other that doesn't equate to, you know, unless it's a dirt pit out at, you know. No. I'm messing with you know, I'm just, I'm using that maybe is not the very best example. No. Come on, so, okay, all right, let's go to the next part. What is the intent or purpose? And I don't know that you always need one. I really honestly don't. But I think that your artwork's going to be better if you do have an intent or a purpose or an idea that is demonstrated in repetition of the motif. Oh, Judy did put in a thing. So, well, she hasn't been on Makers today. Have you much? No, because you've been getting set up. I blipped in and out, but what I did is I looked at the pause thing. Oh, the group. And when she says pause, it's like, you know, like a animal paw, which is print. The groups. Yes. That's what it looks like to me. Because Judy posted over there, and she has a question about, you know, what you think and what, you know, what. She has her tornado, her whirlwind. Oh, I answered that. You did? Okay. Yeah, I did. It's pretty funny. You got to read it. Oh, you did good, Judy. You did. I think anything that has visual ambiguity in it is more interesting to me than something that is just there. Well, and I think some people feel uncomfortable about asking those questions in certain groups, and just know that, like, we're gonna most likely answer. P is a lot better at it, just because she brings out her teacher, and she's really good at that. I try to be, and I try to be sensitive but informative and honest because I am assuming that you really want to know. if you don't really want to know, you really shouldn't ask. Because and I do every now and then just say, this is wonderful. I don't have anything specific to say about it because when I look at it all, I like it. It's there. It's wonderful. I don't have to say anything about the parts.
See, and I feel like that a lot of times about kind of everything. And then I usually feel like either Anne, Mo, or you, for sure. See, they are like the top comment makers. Like, they point out the very, poignant things and say it just right. And I'm like, well, crap. I mean, how do you follow that?
I think that's funny. Because sometimes I'm going, I got to hurry up and get there before Anne does because she takes all the good answers. And then Mozart behind her, so I got to hurry and get there.
Yeah.
And if I haven't, sometimes all I do is I just put a little thumbs up next to Anne's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Anne said.
I've
actually said that.
I've actually said that also.
Hey,
because, it just, there's just so many ways you can say the same thing.
Yes. And I think that's what happens a lot of times in the groups. And so you get that whole, happy face, la, 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 la. Yeah. The first 3 comments should be pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the rest of us can just go, yes.
Oh.
Agreed.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
Oh, we need to talk about. Okay, well, once we're through Thursday thoughts, we got to talk about some other things.
Okay, I just have one more thing to do here that I want to talk about because I think it's something that if you are making a book or you're making a journal or whatever you're making, I think you can do this through color. Color probably more than theme or motif, but the color somehow or other, it doesn't have to be absolutely the same all the way through. But if it's going to be something that you are presenting as a cohesive, consistent, unified idea, you have to have some kind of color continuity, I feel. It doesn't have to be the same color everywhere. You can have bits and pieces and this and that, but don't suddenly throw in a fluorescent green in the middle of red and black drama. Although that could work.
Well, there's always
an exception to the rule. But generally speaking, whatever mood or whatever tone you're setting up, that should be consistent unless inconsistency is what you're going for. Okay. I think I pretty well covered that with that.
All right, Carrie had a good thing. He says, I agree, but you must always be open to allowing a project to change its own direction. Oh, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And we've talked about that here. When I sit there and I try to make something happen,
it usually goes badly.
Yes, it usually goes quite badly.
Well, it's usually a bad mood and then, spreads out to the rest of the house like a,
like Judy's tornado.
Like Judy's tornado. Taking over
I said it was
everybody.
chocolate spaghetti, and then I did say, Judy, don't turn it upside down. Because you remember the little thing, and the little emoticon that I thought was chocolate?
Not that she's saying that,
No, I'm not saying that.
Judy gets it. She knows that's not.
Okay, yeah. And I think she was getting it,
she
too.
She loved your answer on her post.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, good. Because I was chuckling with you, Judy. I wasn't...
Yeah.
Okay, so I got this out, and I'll tell you what, I really used...
Susan, the Zutter rings, the ring binder things, we've got those off of Amazon. That's kind of our main source.
Oh, the wire?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's kind of pricey. And really...
I'm sure it's gone up. Did you know the black chipboard? We paid, the last time we bought it was back in January. And then I was looking at it, and it has gone up, it was $23 in January. And then it has gone up to $38. Now, we would buy the 25 pack. So I've been letting everybody know if they really do want it, that comes in a 5-piece pack too, which is like $9. A little more digestible. And a lot of it, I mean, it's 12 by 12 sheets, so a little bit goes a long way. And like you saw, I was using the offcuts, and now I'm really happy that I was doing that, not,
Yeah, just tossing them over in the bin.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And you know, the whole thing about it is it just depends on what you're doing. If you're putting stuff on both sides, paper on both sides of whatever you're doing, it doesn't have to be that thick.
No. And you certainly don't have to have that chipboard by any means.
No.
I just like it.
Yeah, I do too. Just make sure it's not too thick, because I think we ruined our one chopper.
No, that was because that was the chipboard.
Yeah, this is the
heavy duty chipboard that messed up the chopper. We've chopped the black chipboard, the
Yes.
heavy stuff with the guillotine, no problem.
Well, but we don't do this one anymore.
No, that is not allowed.
Not allowed.
But Brad put a nick in our one downstairs with it.
Yeah. And what it does is it squishes the blade out of.
Yeah, and it puts a nick in it, and then you're constantly hearing this, like it does this, you know, it goes.
And we haven't really decided which one we want to. What I really want is one like I had at school that I sent away and had the blade sharpened every year.
I know.
Over the summer. I mean, it was huge, and the blade itself would practically, it's so heavy it would.
I think you'd have to, well, they'd probably laugh at you for one if we brought in our little swing line. So, can you? Yeah. So it has screws in it, like it does come apart, but I don't.
I don't know that it's the quality.
I don't know that it was meant to necessarily. Like
be sharpened.
They put it there to say, "Hey, this is how we put it together,"
Yeah.
but not necessarily one of those things where it's like for maintenance.
Well, my principal was giving me, you know, crap about getting the blade sharpened and everything. He says, "Why don't you just buy another one?" I said, "Right now they're about $300."
Oh, that's good info, Deb. So the graphics, yeah, I didn't find, and this is I can't remember what the brand is exactly of the black chipboard. Do you have one of the papers there or no?
I don't.
But
I did have.
She says that Graphics makes a black chipboard, which she believes is smaller size to the one that I linked to for a lot less. Fantastic. And then it's also carried by a lot of local craft stores. So that's good info. The chipboard, so the one that we have and have linked to is a bit heavier than cardstock. Actually, quite a bit heavier than regular crush. And it's actually even heavier than some other chipboard because it is actually it is
now
called
you have
like the
it
heavier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, this is a piece right here.
Yeah,
it's still flexible,
but it's pretty thick, which is.
But it's not like this stuff. I mean, I can't bend this.
And that's the backer to the old Yupo stuff that we used to purchase. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's thick.
That's some heavy duty stuff, and you don't need really. In fact, I would save my chipboard. We used a lot of this. We didn't really need to.
Yeah, cardboard, much cheaper. I mean, put the cereal box. You could even glue them together, especially if you're going to cover all of it. No big deal.
Yeah. Now, we have used these for covers.
Mm-hmm.
That just, you know. Whatever.
Yeah, we turn them, like, once she's mucked them up and they're, like, you just...
They look really good. Then we just...
Fantastic.
Yeah, use them. Okay, now, I want to talk about this stencil because this is it's not my go-to. I don't love it, but let me tell you what, you're going to see why it's a wonderful little.
Do you want me to go topside now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You were supposed to tell me.
I was supposed to tell
you. Okay, there we go. They're tired of seeing our big heads anyway. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey guys, look at that. There's something a little different.
What is different? We're round.
No, I wish we.
Mariah
I wanted round. I'm gonna work that out.
Okay. Hey, look at this. I have a new. What do we call this? Daisies.
Oh, Christy said her paper cutter at school covered her entire counter. Yeah, that was the kind that P had too. She loved it.
Yeah.
Wish I could have taken it home with me.
I know. I could cut up a 36-inch piece of paper.
Yeah, that's
It was
nice.
wonderful. They had a little one in. I had a little one, and so I would keep going into the teacher's lounge and using the big one and whatnot. And after a while, I was just looking over there, and I mean and they were cutting little pieces of, you know, like typing paper and everything. So over the next weekend, I just traded it out and didn't say anything, and nobody ever said anything to me. So.
No, we never get rid of anything.
That's not entirely true.
Well,
I threw away something this morning. I can't remember what it was, but
must have been
I threw it
terrible
away.
and totally non-usable. And
Well, that's probably true.
Yes.
Okay, now remember last week we went through and we decided what we wanted to keep, what we didn't want to keep, what was going to work, what was not going to work. And Mariah has all of those over there. And then remember she glued this sheet down to these pieces. And I'm not really good. I don't know that I want to do anything else to them. I'm going to more or less leave that up to her. Because when it gets to this point where I don't know what to do over here from my end, then I just pass it across the Great Divide here and turn it over to her. All right. Now this one was pulled off, and this is where we're going to use this. Well, on this one and on this one underneath it. But look at that.
I like that.
Now, see this blob right there? I really do not like that, and I'm going to try to line that up.
Well, hey, wait. Well, if you turn it up the other direction, yeah, turn that. Now put that down. There you go. Look at that. See, it ends up in that fatter section.
Well, it does, and the heavy part of the design is down at the bottom now.
Or are you trying to cover it up in the open area of the stencil?
No, I want to cover it. Well, I really
with the line.
Yeah, I should.
See?
Because we want that to go away. Good call, Mariah. I think I'd have figured that out when I flipped my plate over, but you never know.
It's best to discuss it beforehand.
It's best to discuss it beforehand. This is very true.
Very true.
And the whole thing about it is I think we can probably just go around it all together. Because remember, this is roughly the size. What?
Francis, I'm going to put that in my next live. Pee threw something away. The shock and horror.
Yeah, but you see, it must not have been very important because I
seriously.
can't even remember what it was. You know.
She does not throw away much at all.
I don't.
I try not to. If it is usable and fixable and savable, I am on board with that.
You know, Mariah, you could actually get 2 out of this, I think, if you put them on the right page.
I like that.
So we've got room to work with here, and I think that even this, I want to.
Yeah, I actually like the idea of breaking it up. Once you have that
Once
on
I
there.
have broken it up, then you're going to lose some of your. See this?
Oh.
So what are you thinking? Hey, you know what I'm thinking? Okay, we're just gonna.
I think
this is a really lovely stencil, and I think you should use it and whatnot.
Aw.
But this is what I think we're gonna do. Pardon?
Oh, well, thank you, Kathy. Sandy says the stencil reminds her of a Native American dream catcher. Yes, it does kind of have that feel to it. We were all feeling very steampunky about it, but yeah,
Shall I tell you what I thought? I'm not going to, because Mariah, she always gives me the worst time in the world. Okay. All right. I think that this is what we're going to do. We're going to use this because this is going to allow us more area and maybe get 2 pages out of this rather than just 1. Word. Now, when I do go to this one, to do this one, I think I am going to use this because I would like to.
yeah, I like that idea.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, good. And we haven't really decided what's going to happen with this, but isn't this a wonderful print? I mean, it's not wonderful right now, but it's going to be. It has such possibilities. Okay, and I am going to do something with these 2 because I've already got that planned. Okay, so what do I need here?
I'll tell you what. Do you guys, do any of you remember what you said about that stencil and what she wanted to name it? Do you guys remember? Put it in the chat. If you put it in the chat, we can talk about it, and I'll let her go on about the thing that she just thinks is so fascinating. But you got to put it in the chat. I'm not going to let her talk about it.
All right, now, Mariah, I need input
They
from
really
you.
want to hear it.
What?
They really want to hear.
Well, somebody has to remember it because it's
Yeah.
been talked about.
I know.
I guess it wasn't, you know.
I haven't let
All
you,
that.
you know, go on and on about it. But it was about the static orbs, that stencil, and you guys helped name that one.
That's right.
Yeah,
You
I know.
did. That was a long time
I was
ago.
kind of counting on Lisa being able to know that sort of thing.
No. Lisa, you're falling down on us, girl. That's pretty opaque. Mariah, I need you here to
Yeah?
talk to me and talk through what you want on this stencil.
Okay, I'm here.
Now, what are we going to do? We're going to go dark brown, because we do kind of have some purpley brown going on with some of your others. Why don't you get your other, do you have your others? I gave them to you, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, I do.
So let's think about what we want as far as, and Fran, I don't know that I'm going to get to it today, but I've got to show you what I did. And I did one of these yesterday. I had you in the background, I was listening to you, but I was over here gel plating at the same time. And then I would turn around every now and then and, you know, blip in and whatnot. But I heard the whole thing, I just wasn't commenting.
Well, and then here's the thing. I hear her yell at Izzy, sort of, like, she goes, "What was that?" Well, it was when you stepped on the dog thing and about scared the bejesus out of me.
Me too. I was
But she thought it was Izzy. Really was just kind of like, "What was that?
Why did you do that?" And she said, "I didn't do anything."
And then so I came up here because she was on a super lag anyway. I was like, "Why are you so far behind?" So I moved her
I never
up.
do understand how, that sort of thing happens. All right, here's what I'm thinking, Mariah. Did you get those out?
I did.
Are we kind of looking at them?
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is maybe some of this alizarin with some of the brown. What do you think?
Yes, I really like that. Alizarin. Alizarin has done us well in this grouping of things.
I think so too.
And then you can always bring in a little bit of the yellow. It's kind of a yellowy brown.
Well, this is kind of a yellowy brown.
Ochre?
This is burnt umber light.
Is ochre brown? Or yellow, I mean. Sometimes.
Ochre.
Ochre.
Yes, it is.
Not okra.
I like ochre,
I love
but it's
ochre.
not brown. Well, it is if you leave it on the vine long enough.
Don't eat the brown okra.
I used to let it dry, and I would make ristras with it. Ristras? It's what, they string chili peppers and stuff.
Oh.
Well, I would make okra ristras.
Just hang them around.
And kind of, spray paint them a little bit. And
Warning all the other okra what was going to happen.
God. No.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you guys a little hint. Because remember, the stencil that she's talking about is
You got to look at that middle section.
static orbs. I know, yeah, well, they've already said, like, they're nards and things, but it is static orbs, Nemo's nodules. But P remember, she had a name for it. And she really, really wanted that. So, for those of you that might remember that, there's your hint. And the thing that she wanted to talk about. So, would this be a good time for me to kind of talk about other stuff and this, that, and the other?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, we have hit 3,000 subscribers. Woo-hoo-hoo. How exciting is that? So that happened like 2 days ago, actually. Like, right after the stream. Almost, I think. I don't know. It's all kind of a blur these days. We're like, did it happen in this stream or that day? Or it's kind of crazy. But we are very, very excited. We're going to, like, let it go for a little bit, obviously. But we have closed down, or we're closing down the comments. So,
yeah, if you've got your name in, you're good to go. But if you don't, SOL.
Yeah. And we won't be, re-upping that on any of the coming streams. But on Sunday, May 15th, is when we will do the actual, the drawing with the giveaway. Because I got to set all that stuff up, and I want to make sure that I have it right. And I have to pull everybody's name. Because I haven't been doing that as I've been going along. I did that the last time, which was probably a lot smarter. But, sometimes.
Well, I can't get that dad blasted thing in the middle.
I don't know.
Blows my mind.
You are a little wonky. Right?
Now I'm not turning this over because I get it all over my paper, and I'm not happy, and you're not happy, and nobody's happy.
So yeah, that's that news. Please do, if you are new and you're popping in here, please give the thumbsy upsies if you're hanging out, kind of enjoying this. We very much appreciate that. Love those thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you can, or if you want to. That's always great. We've got Arty Perks. We do need to find out from you guys thoughts on an additional emoji thing. Because see, you know, like we got the P with the thumbs up. We've got me laughing, me saying hi. P saying bye. We've got a Brad one, Izzy, and then we have us heart ones together. So we were kind of thinking a you know, big-eyed, maybe angry-looking P one would be funny. Your guys' thoughts. But we get one more now that we have our. I thought we got more than that, but we get one more. I love that. That looks fantastic.
And I'm just going to leave the rest of it to spray.
Yeah, I can spray it and then use that to either collage with or whatever. I mean, I have more than enough to work with.
That's what I thought too.
But if you want to continue on.
Well, I think what I want to do here very quickly, since I've got this on my plate, and remember we're going to be just evolving organically and
Yes.
not trying to force things to happen, because it seems to make everyone happier. Okay, here we go, Fran. What I discovered the other day, and it was quite by accident. Shall I show the end results before I show the actual? Yeah, I think I should. That'll get you all jazzed up.
Yes, you kind of, you know, have your mind around what we're going for.
Yeah.
What she's going for. A wow type emoji. I agree. That was kind of my vote, and then there was some talk of the, you know, grumpy one.
Well, we have all these jolly ho-hos. I think we need one that's kind of, you know.
A little grumpy.
Yeah.
Because she gets grumpy.
If you
guys want to get mad at us.
Yeah.
You know?
You're far enough away, it isn't going to hurt our feelings any. And it isn't going to hurt my skin any.
Oh.
All right, check this out, friend.
Oh, so we have some very interested in the glazing process. And then I saw Max, let's see here, Kelly, spray. Like, you know, sprays. So what I will come back and do on a lot of these, and even that last process video we did, or I did the process, and Pete did the voiceover with me. I come in with, like, the sprays, and I can alter anything that has paper still exposed, and even sometimes the paint, depending on the paint and depending on the spray.
The matte ones, it does a lot better than the glossy ones.
It will alter the colors. So that's what we're talking about with the sprays, and usually I do that as part of the process video. Gel printing is mainly what we do in the live streams, just because it's very, very difficult to get P to put anything on video. It's really the honest truth about it.
Yeah.
This is the only way you're going to see gel printing.
Okay, now I'm going to bring this up to the camera. Or do we have zooming abilities?
I'll just bring it up to
just
the
bring
camera.
it up
Let's,
to the camera.
you know.
Yeah.
Go old school.
Don't push your luck here.
There you go. What do you guys think about
This is
that?
the same stencil that I just used.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, but yeah.
And you're going to show that process.
I'm going to show this process. This is a ghost print of a ghost print. This is the third print pulled with the dragonfly stuff. And here's the tissue.
Oh, hello, Kylie.
And
Thank
this
you.
color is a equal mix of violet oxide and golden iridescent heavy body. That's what this is. Oh, plus I put a dollop of retarder in.
A dollop.
A dollop.
If you don't know what that is, neither do we.
Yeah. Just put about half of what is out on your plate. Yeah. Okay, isn't this gorgeous? This will be lovely sprayed.
So, Kelly's still kind of, she's like, you know, she's still kind of confused about the spray thing. I could spray something real quick. It's seriously, it's not tricky at all. It's more or less, you know, just grabbing something. And I have, here, this is kind of just a crazy brayer off, and I don't even know what those black lines. Who knows what P was doing with that business. But this is paint. Acrylic paint on here. And
in most places.
And then I'm going to use the crazy. This is the...
That's Patty Tolly Parrish mix.
Yeah, this is the Patty Tolly.
Except I didn't get it to work quite as well as she did.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting? You can see even in the tube, it has settled out.
Yeah, you make sure that you hey, remember who was doing, Judy was doing this.
Judy?
Because when you do that, it gets the stuff in the bottom. Because it rolls them around the bottom.
Oh, look at that.
I know, I didn't know that. I don't know where she knew that, how she knew that.
Thanks, Judy. Well, this is more acrylic spray type business. I was just curious. But, like, here's a Mr. Huey's. These are hard to find. Glad I'm showing you things that you probably won't be able to find.
But I can't believe you're just using that just for random stuff. That, oh my
my.
gosh, that's Mary Mary.
All right, we got it. We got a little bit. We got a little bit. Calm down, lady.
I like Mr. Huey's. I'm a real big fan.
See, that was kind of cool.
Now, are you overhead?
No, I am not, because I can't run the 3 cameras, but I'm going to hand it over to you.
I'm going to move my stuff because I don't want to be getting any of that stuff on mine.
Yeah, and these are just, you know, any type of sprays. Oh, sugar. I kind of mixed my thing up there a little bit, but that's pretty cool.
See?
And then that way, you can do a ombre thing, a color shift into just different colors. Things that you typically wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, and you can see it's got a little something down there. I don't know.
And that stuff sort of shows up. But that's just the sprays. And then that's a lot of what I do to alter things and get things more cohesive.
Yeah, and that's why I don't really worry about the small stuff on that. I just get the big stuff done and I hand it across to her and she does the rest of it. Okay, now back to this.
Go on.
Here are 2 more prints that I pulled with the violet oxide and Prussian blue. Obviously, there's a little bit more blue in this one. There's a little more oxide in this one. Okay? But we're going to do a real quick one, and I'm going to show you. And look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Can you see the little things out there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you see
The
them?
puckering.
The puckering. Thank you.
Call that the puckering.
The puckering.
For lack of a, you know, whatever.
Better word, whatever.
Word.
What did I do with my plate here?
Oh, Fran is saying recipe.
Okay, Fran, I'm going to give it to you right now, right here. So get your pencil out.
Yes, Kelly, those will work.
Okay, that's not it. Where are you? Prussian blue.
Now, I'm kind of curious. You have a lot of missing areas there on your...
Oh, no, not worried.
Okay,
Too worried.
she's not worried about it.
I'm not worried about it. Oh, if I can find my violet oxide. All right.
Golden.
Now,
Golden. Open.
And this is open.
Does that have anything to do with
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I want it. Yes, it does.
Okay.
I want my open Prussian. Where's my open Prussian?
Fran always has her pencil. She's ready. People are taking notes. They want to know what colors.
Okay, open. And the open, I think, is a crucial factor here. I don't know that for sure, but what I do is I squeeze out. Oop. That was a little bit more than I really wanted. So this one's going to be kind of more blue, violet rather than... Don't have my apron on today because I've got my shirt on that has stuff all over it anyway. I got some kind of little hanger on or boogery thing there. A squeeze of each, about equal. Oh, this paint absolutely drives me crazy. Crazy. Spent 15 minutes screwing on a lid. Who knew?
Well, it's open. That's good.
Yeah. Now, both of those are open, but I am going to go ahead and I'm going to add a tiny little bit of about the size of a very large, healthy green pea.
Green pea.
Then I am going to mix them as thoroughly as is possible. Okay, you can see it's going to be very blue violet-y. Which is good because with this red we have underneath it, which I'm hoping it is going to get pulled at some point. Leave it a bit on the juicy side. Okay? I think that is the other thing that's how you get your puckers. I'm thinking. Don't know that for sure.
That's how you get your puckers.
That's how you get your puckers.
Anybody got things to say about that?
Pucker up.
Buttercup.
Has anybody come up with the name yet?
No, I think they kind of, that was sort of left, it's,
It has to do with a very large animal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is about the stencil, the name, and what you guys want to know about the story. And
I'll give you the animal. Rhinoceros. And you got to kind of think National Geographic kind of, moment. Because I actually think that's where
they want to know about the crinkly stuff too. We'll get to that.
What crinkly stuff?
You're crinkly. Remember, you're supposed to be showing the crinkle business.
Supposed to be showing crinkly.
Yeah, Carrie showed up. He's like, hey, I want to know.
I'm here for the crinkle. I'm not here for the pucker.
Here for the crinkle, not for the pucker.
Alrighty, look at that.
Fran, she's like, rhino poo? Yes. Rhino with the horn. Yes. Rhino, yes. See, now they got it. She just thinks it's hilarious and fascinating, and
I do.
That's what she wanted to name that stencil, was rhinoceros bum. And I was like, that's terrible. We're not doing that. I don't care if even people voted for it. We're not doing it.
She says, as a search engine, I just don't know how often people are going to write down rhinoceros anus.
Yeah.
See, you have to say it. Rhinoceros anus.
But it is Thursday, so, things do tend to get a little bit more inappropriate on Thursday. Just remember that. You don't want to be a part of this craziness.
Yeah.
I'm going to close
Tune
my
in
blinds.
Tune in on Tuesday.
Yeah, the sun decided to come out.
Oh, my goodness, it certainly did.
I'm going to... Oops, that's not going to be helpful. There we go. That's better.
Oh,
Speaking of bums, hopefully I wasn't.
Did not get.
Better do it right. So she came down and showed it to us, and she was so proud of herself.
All right, well, it really helps if you're smart enough to take the stencil off. Jesus.
Okay, well, yeah, lay that down.
Oh, I'm going to have to muck up my... Oh, well, I'll put this down.
There you go. Yeah.
I was like, this is what happens when I try to talk and walk.
There you go.
And I've got paint that's in the way up there.
There you go. Look at that.
That's a pretty darn good match up there.
Oh, Denny's in Houston. I think the weather that was here earlier is now your way, Denny. Oh, God. Of course, Kathy. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be a proper PM stream if we weren't talking about poop, pee, or something at some point.
Bodily fluids.
So, goodness. Lisa, did you? She found the emoji for the rhinoceros. I didn't even remember that they have an emoji for a rhinoceros, but they do.
Now look at this. Look at those little orbs out there. It looks like little crystal balls. You know how when you go to the fortune teller and they go inside of them.
I think, is it kinetic? No, it's not kinetic. The staticky ball thing. We have one. And you know, you can play the music and get it at like Spencer's. Remember that place, y'all?
Boy, that
There were
really...
a lot of inappropriate things there.
There were?
Yeah.
Oh.
She never went to the mall. She just dropped us off. It's good parenting. We made it through. It's okay.
They did.
We're fine.
They were supposed to stick together. I think Nate ditched her
God,
the minute they walked in the
Never. It was
door.
pretty much like as soon as they dropped us off, it was like, I'll meet you back here, Mariah. Don't tell. Yeah.
If you tell, I'll...
I'm like, that's fine. I don't need to be around you anyway. You're mean.
Well, I wanted to really get... But you know, we guys still have a lot of stuff still left on the board, which is going to be interesting because I'm going to pull that with some light colored paint. But I just really... I don't know. Maybe... I just think it doesn't look like this stencil anymore.
Okay, now this is led into, I guess this is an actual thing.
What?
Is like animal poop paper. Mo says she has elephant poop paper.
What color is it?
Can you please post some pictures of that in Makers?
Yeah.
I mean, this is something I just didn't... All right. I mean, I'm assuming that it's sort of been washed through. It's basically the fibers of whatever animal. That's my assumption. Am I heading in the right direction with this? Please help me.
Well, you know, we used to back in the olden days. It was a little bit before my time. As he said, Gigi, did you come across? Were the Indians still here when you were a girl? Anyway. They used to use buffalo patties as fuel.
Fire. Yeah, for the fire.
Yeah. Well, you know, because once they dried out, basically they were grass.
Yeah. So it's fibrous. Yeah, with the seeds. So it's just, you know, it's kind of been processed. I mean, I don't want to be the picker-upper of the poo.
Okay, well, am I getting a lot of love on this? I'm not feeling the love here.
Well, you get brought in the rhinos. Hey, everybody. Did you see this awesome print? Are you going to put... Ooh, hey, do the color shift thing over it.
I don't want to do that.
She's feeling unloved. She needs love.
Nobody...
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Now they're just placating me, and I'm not going to go for it. I'm just going to go ahead and sally forth with my plan here. Here it is.
Oh, no, here. So you're getting some... Remember, there's also a little lag, by the way. You know, there's a little time difference. But very beautiful, very denim, Dutch blues. Yes, there is. Love, love, love. We did lots of love for that Delta blue. Then someone mentioned poop. See, friend?
Oh. I tell you what, you guys are like a bunch of kindergartners. You have the attention span of a gnat.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
But in our group, it's poop.
Look at that nice little, speaking of squirreling, booger.
Oh, yeah. Here, look at this. Here. I'm going to turn the screen for just a second. Can you kind of see it? See, look. And now they get to see all the junk back behind here. But see all the love?
Oh.
Okay. There we go. Now she's happy.
I'm happy now. I'm going with green, y'all. I got all, you know. But here's the thing that when I was watching that National Geographic, I think it was National Geographic, documentary about animals and scents and what, you know, spraying their pheromones onto trees and whatnot to mark their territory, yada, yada, yada. Well, animals can get so much information from poop. And that's why they do it in communal things, because it's almost like a graffiti board. You know, they go and, oh my God, look, so-and-so's pregnant. Oh my goodness, I think that, what's his name, has some prostate problems. Kind of thing.
Out with him.
Yeah. You know, somebody has a STD. I don't know. I don't know if animals have STD.
So inappropriate.
But anyway, that is the whole idea of the communal dump. It's like a little bulletin board.
We just have Facebook.
Yeah. Writing on the walls in the bathroom, you know? Okay, well, I think that's going to be lovely. And the reason I had to wait all this time is because this needs to ripen. So we can get all of that loveliness off of there.
Yeah, that's some good stuff there, too.
That's some good stuff. Lots of layers of good stuff there. All right. Now we can get on.
Devin says I'm always saying that her dog Lucy is leaving her phone number all over the neighborhood. Lucy.
Hey, she probably is. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole idea there. Yeah, she really is.
Oh, goodness.
And that's what the boy
Okay, is P going to do more violet mix, too? Can you do the crinkle business with that? Or is that what you're asking for? I don't know. Fran, what do you mean violet mix? By the way, I had to order her more paint, so thank you very much, Fran.
And I still have 2 more that I forgot to give her.
I told her she's got to wait.
Yeah, I have to wait for next month because I already shot my paint budget for this month.
I was going to say, don't say, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Well, let's do,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, I like that. I might take that.
Well, would you like some flowers on top of it?
Of course I would. Now, those are the PM special flowers. Don't everybody all start asking about that one. No, it is not in the shop. If you place an order.
And we like you because it's a pain in the padootie to do this.
It takes a little time. Well, Brad, our question is, does it take any longer than dragonflies? Then it's fine. Because, let me tell you, dragonflies take a long time. Long time.
They make everybody angry.
But we love that you guys love them. We've been cutting them like in between things. And poor Brad, he's like the cleaner of the dragonflies. Because he has the patience for it. I get a little frustrated.
All right, now we need to talk about this, though. Because we need to, you see why that this is kind of a pain in the butt is because there's all those little things in there that look really good right now, but after about one printing, they're clogged up and you have to come in with your needle tool and
Oh, okay, here.
ream them out.
So she has freezer paper down on her table there. That's
Yeah.
what she wipes off. It's great stuff. Super easy. And then Francis P did the more blue mix. Can you now show the more violet one?
I think that would be good because I think that this would be good on this.
There you
Yeah,
go.
good call. Good call.
Yep.
Where's my...
Yeah. Debbie, welcome. You missed a lot of shenanigans. Have to go back.
You really
again.
did.
Yes.
All right, now basically what I want is I want the flowers on here.
Kylie, do you have that one? Do you want that one? Let me know, Kylie.
And make sure on the first couple passes, this is really important on this one, that you've got the right side down
Yeah,
because that other side is very, it's stickery uppery.
Stickery
uppery. All right, so what do we have here? We have some violet.
Oh, she got the permanent maroon. That's what started all this, Violet.
And
Or Fran.
is Violet here?
I was thinking.
I think Violet was talking about Grumbacher. And I used to use Grumbacher, just going to put a little bit out there. Grumbacher watercolors all the time. I've never really used Grumbacher acrylic paints. I have no idea, but I ordered some.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be able to tell you and give you a report on that.
Hey, and Callie, if you want these flowers with that, let me know. Put it in the special. You have to put it in the special notes because I'm not just gonna remember. You can't tell me in the chat. Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Because
Yeah, 'cause
I
she
seriously,
doesn't-
I walk downstairs and it's like, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot can happen between here and there.
Yes.
You know, we could have a national meltdown or some kind of such thing. Okay, now I think I'm going to pull a little bit more. Now watch what I'm doing, Fran. I'm going to put a tiny bit more of this alizarin in here just to amp it up a tiny. See, look how much.
Little
Not much. Just want to send it over into the red department rather than the blue department.
And I gotta send you your print too, Kelly. So.
Oh yes, I picked it out and
She
signed
did.
it.
I was like, oh man, this is good. Do you like orange, Kelly? Let me just that.
Yeah.
She has another one that was picked out up here.
I did
too,
have
so,
another one.
and I haven't sent it yet, so that would be awesome.
Yes, I've got two. I took both of them down, and Mariah picked the one that she picked. So
no, wait, Kelly's we already sent out. No, you got a different one, Kelly. Sorry, I'm having brain problems. It's Lizzie. Where's Lizzie?
Lizzie's not here today?
Well, I think she watches the replays. Typically.
Oh, because she's somewhere else. She's in Canada.
Okay, you got it. Okay, she's got, yeah. Did you love your print? She got the green one, remember? With the cool.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one also.
It's kind of hard letting them go. They're like sending
yeah,
off little babies
it really
to school.
was. I honestly, it is. They're like my babies. They have to go to good homes or I don't let them go.
But we figure if you guys sign up for the Arty Perks and you're,
that you at least appreciate,
Yeah, you hang out here. You're interested.
I just don't want to be getting a bunch of that on there. I don't really care about.
She says she's staring at it now. All right, awesome. I'm pretty excited about you using this full one. It's been a while because she cut the other one up, remember? So she hasn't used the full on.
Well, I haven't used the full on. I don't think I even ever had one. I just had the pilot version.
Maybe.
All right, now before I pull this up, I'm going to look at it to see if I need to come in and hit it some more.
And I think you do. Yeah, and those smaller ones.
You just can't get in there without your fingers. And especially when you're going onto already printed paper.
It's thick paper anyway.
It's thick paper anyway.
So, Eva, you have to special request it. But I'll send you one. You're definitely part of the PM special crowd.
I don't know if I love that.
Ooh, I like that.
I do too. You know what? I'm just going to flip-flop that baby on there. And
Are you? Oh.
it'll be okay, Mariah.
All right. Did you flip-flop it? Or are you lining up? Or are you just...
No.
Nope, just going in. All right.
Just going in. I'm just going in.
Going in, y'all.
And I got some stuff going on here.
Paint's a-blazing.
I don't know that that's a good idea.
It's not a terrible idea.
And it probably isn't even going to do anything. But I didn't put any extra retarder in, Fran.
So this is the mix. Oh, all right. Hey. Not too shabby.
Not
and I
too
like what's
shabby.
happening there on the plate.
Yeah.
Really, here lately, all of this leaving behind business, we're chalking it up. Oh, that was a good choice. We're chalking it up to the humidity, because this normally does not happen here.
No, it does not. And what I'm going to do with this, Mariah, I'm going to put down some of my go-to, or maybe, what are you thinking? This is yours. I want to put this on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Eva has a piece of that because you sent her the other piece of it.
Yeah, that's right.
If you want a full one, I'll send you one. But yes, you have to special request it because I just feel like it's one of our very first. It kind of has a special place in our heart. Remember when we had papers based on it? It was really the beginning of our stencil making, and we always said that it was just going to be a special one for those of you that come and hang out with us, that place orders with us, that request it and want it.
It's not in the shop. It's
no,
not
and
even
nor
there.
will it be. I don't care what, Brad says, P says, anybody says, I am not putting that one in the shop. That will always be something for you guys to request, and for, it's special.
It is. It has a special place in my heart because it started out as a kneaded eraser stamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mariah just took it and she made it bigger and smaller and changed the petals around a little bit. And
it's gone through some things, just like all of us.
Yeah. Mariah, I'm waiting for you to give me some direction on this. I'm thinking more towards a neutral dragonfly.
Well, here's my deal.
Okay.
That there yellowy green thing that's going on.
Yeah.
I am not using that in my book. I love you, but it's way too different from everything else that I have. But then again, maybe, I don't know. Maybe No, I don't know.
Really hurting my feelings.
I'm just being, I have a fat stack of stuff in this book. It's not that big.
We might have to add some more
This
pages.
is another volume. I mean, this is, remember, the one that she put together.
You need to tell him about that thing that I made, that it what do you call it, where it goes out, that when we were doing our shibori things, and we were putting it out and they needed to dry, and I had to build a thing that folded in on itself, and then it folded, and it went out to like 6.5 feet.
I think it's still over there, but like, so our little boards that we use
boards.
a lot of times when we're, especially when you're spraying things, because they have to dry. And there's not a lot of flat surface left that doesn't have something on it in this place, so the boards are the answer to that, because then the boards get to set on top of other things.
Yeah, you can always kind of place them on top. And
very organic around here. That's how we talk about it. Anyway, so yeah, she built one that kind of has this extender piece that just sort of rolls out. It's great. Yeah, it's still over there. The box of boards. We haven't done big spray projects or, you know, let it dry kind of. The other thing that we used it for was we were doing the brushos.
Yes. And when we were doing our shibori, to let it dry, because remember we tried hanging it on the line, and that didn't work. And the thing about the shibori is I could leave it there, I could open it up, and there were places that needed a little bit more, whatever. I could hit them right there. I didn't have to, you know. It was problem solving. I mean, major problem solving.
So Nisi's asking, what stencil did you use to get the circles? So that's the pansy rings of pansies.
Where did I put it?
Yeah, right behind you. There you
flipped
go.
it back over here. Yeah, this is how I got that effect.
And it's so weird. It's just this. I mean, we don't really have any other stencils that have this sort of circle thing.
Well, and here's what's strange, because oh my gosh, that thing is still wet. Just got goo all over me. Okay, I'll put this up here, and I'll have to be careful. That is what I find utterly amazing. Okay, you're looking at the stencil there, right?
Darcy, I don't know what you
Here's
mean.
the wipe off. And then here's the print. Isn't that bizarre?
It's just so interesting, the little pucker business that happens with that. And even inside of the...
And look at these little things here. Aren't those funny? Those look like little vaginal things.
Mm-hmm. Or little hourglasses. Mm-hmm.
These look like intestines over here. I think it's absolutely... I just think it's magical. I don't think, you know, I think part of the problem here is the whole, if you were here looking at this, you would be a whole lot more impressed. I just think that one's wonderful.
We have various ways of going about them, Wendy.
I like this, but
Anything from Photoshop to Illustrator.
This is kind of mucky muck, but
It's okay.
I don't think it's going to get any better. It doesn't matter how long I leave it on there. I don't think
And you're
it's
just smushing out them flowers each time.
smushing out those flowers. Yeah, there's some definite, I don't know. What that may be a, you know, another day, another dollar kind of business. I got to get this off of here though. I don't need that one, so I
Okay,
can go ahead and pull
so,
it.
alright, hold on here. Alright, Darcy says, how is my hurting your feelings P? You gave instructions on this at the beginning. She gave instruction on color and not introducing random colors. And then got upset you didn't want to use a piece you thought didn't go.
What? I'm
Yeah, I know, I don't.
I don't.
Still the,
I don't.
Darcy, help me out.
Help me out. Help me out.
us.
No, I'm. Oh my, it's getting warm. We can't run the air conditioner and
Messes with the stream.
the stream at the
There's
same
vibration
time.
Yeah, causes.
And that sun came out, and all of a sudden,
Yes, it warmed up.
yeah, it warmed up.
And it's going to get steamy. This is the time of year it gets steamy.
Steamy. Well, I'll tell you what. Sometimes that mixture I got going in there. Just
They're enjoying the description of the organic studio. Yes.
Oh.
That they all leave theirs in an organic state.
Ours is sometimes
It's evolving.
more organic than it really needs to be. And see,
Yes.
this is kind of nice because I can put this one. This is going to be pretty. This will be
yeah.
a wonderful thing to work with, and nice colors there.
It makes me happy.
I think it's a good one.
It's a good
All
one.
right, now we're going to go to, and I think that this is going to work
All right,
out fine.
you'll have to get me note up later, Darcy. She says never mind.
What?
She says never mind. We'll get it worked out here
okay.
a little bit later.
All right, you let me know if I need to know.
Okay.
I need to do something. Okay, now what is going on here is this. I'm dealing with, and we already saw that didn't work out too well, what we just did. But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and center this up, pull off the side pieces, pull off some of the inners so that we have more of this background coming through. Because I really think it's kind of nice.
I do too.
All right, then my next thing is what color are we actually going to use here that's going to make this gold be the color that you want it. Alizarin, we're going to go back to that.
I'm gonna do something different. I want it, and you gotta show the crackle. You promised the crackle.
Oh, well, let's do a crackle on this.
Let's get crack-a-lackin'.
I don't know that it will be absolutely wonderful or lovely, but oh well. Okay, what you need is you need a piece of this paper. Sort of size. Randomly crumple it. Okay? And really don't be shy about it. Really.
Oh, Susan, I don't think there's ever enough space. I really just it just feels like if you get more space, then you get more things to put. I can clear off a table, and I kid you not, just moments later, magically things appear that I was like, oh man, I thought we were gonna have a nice cleared off space to, like, just utilize as clear space. No, doesn't.
I just consider it has a little sign on it that
Oh.
says open for business.
So that's one reason I haven't even cleared out the underneath of the table, because I just know that more things will get put there.
And at least now she knows what's there. That's the way I look at it.
I do go through and sort it, and at least I try to make things smaller.
I sorted the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, Oh, see, Caroline lives alone and things just appear. See, how's that?
Oh, I have, Kyla calls it walkabouts. When I use the stencil, and all of a sudden, I just had it. It was there. And I look.
Hey, Mouse.
It's not there any longer. Okay. So, this was the deli paper.
Wendy's.
And I think that the deli paper it works better than I've tried the tissue and I don't get the same.
I think it's because it leaves more behind. Because of the coating, the waxy business.
All right. Now, I have to talk about this right now because this is an important step. Because this is where you either get a lot or a little. And so, if you want just kind of lines or whatever, but if you want more texture, then you leave it and you pull it when it's still in its, that original form of kind of bumpy and whatnot. I'm smoothing this out to the point where, and actually you can take and turn it over and see what's happening. See what's happening?
It's so crazy.
I want a little less. I want more lines than I do actual.
Well, then you
Because, see, I wanted to put it on here and I want it to be
less.
Now, I don't know that this is going to work for your journal, Mariah.
No.
But I think, And then you have this lovely piece here, which you can
Oh, thanks for hanging out, Kevin.
put down and get, you know, some more stuff.
Oh, that is amazing. Yes, that is the deli paper.
It's good stuff. All right, now let's get this off of here.
And then you can print on the crackled.
Well, you can print on this also.
Yeah.
Print over on this.
Because isn't that how you got the dragonflies and stuff? Or no?
No.
Because I've been teasing people about all that business that you were going to, you know, get people knowed up on that.
Well, I don't know that we're going to make it to that today.
Okay.
I really, honestly, I just need a whole 2 hours to do that.
Okay.
And we're trying to get this bad boy out of the way. Okay, now, I'm just going to leave that there. I have no idea what it's going to do, but I'm going to try the other thing that I really wanted to do today, because you saw me do the stencil. Now I have these impression plates that I've made from one of the original.
You can see it's different.
Yeah, from one of the original versions of the daisies. Okay? What I'm going to try to do, because I've also got leaves here, and unfortunately, I don't know what I was thinking. I had a brain fart moment there. Not thinking. I really want to have 3 on here, but I don't think that this is going to work. I think we're just going to have to go with 2. But I'm going to try to kind of get them where I want them in the middle there, just because I think they'll look really cool, almost like tiles. That's my thought.
All right.
Okay, let's do it.
Deb's excited about a 2-hour Tuesday technique.
Okay, Fran, just hold your breath.
Probably. Heather wants to know if you can use napkins on the gel plate. I think it would be tricky.
I don't know, but did I show you the ones that I did where I put the butterfly inside of the wet paper towel and it left a wonderful impression? I'm hoping I don't take up my good
Well,
stuff.
Fran, I don't even know that I still have that version of the file. So there was a time when we were just trying out things and I didn't necessarily even keep the files. And there was also a time when Cricut did things automatically to files coming in, and I have not been able to replicate that exactly. I sort of know what was happening, but also tricky to then apply to things that I had already done. I hope that makes sense. To some of you it will, maybe. Yeah.
This is a little bit like doing a holograph.
A what?
Holograph where they build up whole bunches of layers of one thing.
Oh.
And then pull a print.
No, that's just a bit of crackle that's left, right? That was...
Yeah, that was the leftover.
It's like the third...
Yeah, this what you're
off
getting
of
off the plate right now is the third.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that just bizarre? I should push that a little bit more over there, but. And the thing about this is, Mariah can take this and she can spray it, because it's already got her pinks on here, and she's got purples going on. They're kind of more the brownie purples, but depending on what color she uses there, she can get this to really work for her, I think. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking.
Because the white area is paper.
Yeah, the white area is paper.
So, that's
why you're seeing the white. Yeah,
That ain't paint.
because I smushed it.
Yeah, that ain't paint.
No. And that's what's cool about using these little impression plate things, is because you squish them. And now you can also do it lightly and you don't get What?
She wanted to clarify that her hearts were not the pink, but the impression.
Oh.
It's purplish.
Purplish.
With pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think this might be interesting. We're just going to go ahead and do this because what time?
Yeah.
Do I have?
You got 30 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're going to put this over the top of this kind of sort of green, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to do exactly the same thing we just did there.
Oh, are you going to use the pink?
Yep.
Makes them angry, you know.
I know.
Well, not all of us. Anne's, you know, she's a lover of the pink like I am. See, I've always said that we need... I had a... When we were deciding on emojis in the very, very beginning, I had one that was like a pukey pink one. Like, it was just puking pink. And I thought it was hilarious. But then Brad made the really cute ones of us, like our characters. And I was like, well, yeah, that's better. But we could have P puking pink. P puking... That would be funny.
Oh, that would be. I'm going to try to put this in the same place
And
because that was kind of a good...
It's kind of like your angry face.
What is it?
You puking pink.
Hurling, yeah, Pepto Pink. There would be a reason for that. Okay, now I put this paper down, and I don't necessarily want to get the side stuff. I just want to put it down so I can smush.
Yeah, do you remember seeing that, Mo? You remember that? We had them for a little bit.
Oh, got a little
Did you
wiggle.
slide?
I got a little slide.
One might be a little...
One might be a little wonky. Yeah, we got a little movement there. Okay, just be careful when you're doing that.
It just makes them look like they're, you know, moving.
They're
Kind of trippy. They got tracers. I don't know about this.
Well, I don't think it...
More is not better on this. More is not improved.
I don't know that it made it a lot better.
Yeah.
But, hey, you don't know till you do it.
Yeah. That's something. We should just move on. You want to talk about that? Or...
Not really. I don't really know that there's that much I can say about it. It's an interesting background.
It is an interesting background that no.
No.
I sort of
Oh,
like
come on. I like this one.
Yeah, I do like that one.
I like that one.
Okay, well, thanks for hanging.
Don't know what we're going to do here.
Ah, good. All right, Kelly has been trying the spray and she now understands. There you go.
All right.
It'll be life-changing, I think. It opens up the whole, like, that
No worries, folks.
you have a bit more control over that last moment or the finishing touches to a print. There, thumbsy-upsies.
Thumbsy-upsies.
I feel like there was something else I was supposed to be talking about today, too, that I haven't addressed. But we did talk about the giveaway, right? We talked about that. Like, subscribe, you know, do all that. I don't know. I just feel like there was something else I was supposed to talk about.
Well, on the giveaway, can they still make comments or no?
Well, I mean, we
Comments
always
are done.
Well, we always want you to leave comments. But your comments no longer on any of the Sunday streams will get you entered.
Yeah, because that's already a done deal.
Right. And then, hey, Linda. Well, and Carrie's here. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. I'm just trying to remember things that I can't, you know, remember. Oh!
What?
Brad reminded me. I gotta bring you over the board.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
my
I was like, I really feel like there's something that just...
Yeah, and I spent
Yeah.
30 minutes
All right, you let me know when we might go a little long because we're gonna talk about
covering
this
this
because
stupid board. Lord.
we have all been working
Tirelessly, folks.
tirelessly. Yeah, good call. Thanks, Brad. God. That was it. That I had instant relief of, yes, oh, yes, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Need my chappy stick.
That's interesting.
I like that. I like that color combo.
Kind of dirty.
A little bit grungy. A little rusty.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like...
All of the above?
I swear I think there was cat hair on that.
Okay. Well,
You ready?
Got my board cleaned off. I got my plate cleaned off too.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting things out of the way because it takes up a lot of room.
Here you go. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to hurry get over there while they see this. Okay. So, we got some circles. And then some other circles. And it's brunch time.
Okay, this is a circle
That's its original.
original.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one, the prototype. And this is its other prototype. These all were designed with scissors and glue. Okay? Everybody got that? Now I'm going to show you something else here in a minute.
Here, I'm going to back out so you can see as much of the desk as possible.
Okay. I've already started working on this one a little bit. So Mariah comes waltzing up the stairs and goes, "You don't need to do that, Mom. I already did that."
Yeah.
Yep.
And I made them bigger. Because Patty Tully Parrish asked for some big ones.
She wanted some big circles, and I understand that because
She has a bigger plate. Yeah.
And look, here's this one, guys. Look. Remember when it looked just like glued together things? This is what it looks like now.
Okay, and I was just given permission from Patty Tully Parrish, so here's what I wanted to name. Now, the grungy ones, all the like kind of more distressed ones, that's part of the battered brunch. And I'm going to figure out how to put that on the packaging somehow. But there's a half dozen dinged up donuts.
Half dozen.
Half dozen dinged up donuts. And you get the donut holes, which look like
See,
the
look
little
at these
8
little
slots.
holes. Aren't those fun?
And
Oh, I already have designs on those.
the 3 circles together are the holy cannolis.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's part of the... Okay, and then here's the one that Patty Tully Parrish... Oh, because it's from taking the pictures.
Yeah.
It had the tape on it because I have to stick them to the background.
What are these called?
Now, that set, she's got them all mixed up. So this is going to be real fun for you guys to figure out.
What does it go with?
Well, that is a set of 27 different pieces. And it's called the three-ring circus Patty Go Round.
Okay, here, I'm going to...
Because those were the ones she was talking about. Can I have like 3 of these and then maybe
All right, I'm trying to get the spaghetti off of here. Because that's
there's a big spaghetti now.
We have... See that big mama?
The nested circles.
Nested circles.
Yeah, dinged up donuts and funky holes.
Okay, now I don't know that they can see what I'm doing here. But
this is fun watching P just figure out what goes with what.
And I need to turn it, don't I? Because it's off the...
A little bit. Yeah. You want me to come help? Oh, look at her. Look at this balancing.
If I spill these, I'm just going to say, okay, hasta la vista, see you later.
All right. We'll have them in the
done.
shop. We've taken the pictures, so no worries. But see all of the, just...
All of these little...
I don't say straight line, but the, not dinged up, not battered. That's the 3-ring circus Patty Go Round set. And you get everything.
all these little lovelies here.
Even the kind of little more wonky, no, those go to the other donuts. Or
These go to the
others, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not in charge of the...
Yeah, knowing what's what.
Knowing what's what. But I think I got everything out here.
Yes.
Right now.
Pretty much. There's a couple of little wonky ones there that don't go. But that you guys get the...
That doesn't go?
Yeah. No, that one does.
That one goes.
But there at the bottom, there's one more oblongy of the solids. Yeah, see, that's an oblongy. Mm-hmm. That's an oblongy. And that one. There you go. There you're good.
Okay, so you get the perfectly round circles, and you get the kind of weirded out little, you know, wide open mouth Pac-Man guy. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And the little
we were
weird...
like martini. We were like, those look like olives. You get the 2 olive sets.
And here's a battle axe.
Oh, Susan, we will have that in there this afternoon. We were trying, but I'm telling you, it's just like between like our regular work stuff and then trying to fit all these things in between and get photographs, and because we have to try to get it photographed before we give it to P because she'll use it, and then we have to cut another set for photographs. So, you know, there's all that.
Sometimes they don't tell me that, and I don't know I'm not supposed to.
We've stopped giving her things that...
Yeah.
Because I told Brad that.
Oh, Brad will come up and he will stand over at the
He'll show it to
head
her.
of the stairs and says, look at this. No, you can't have it yet.
So,
and I'm just like, what did you even show it to me for?
Yeah.
I just couldn't wait any longer. I just knew you would love it. I do. I want it.
oh, but the, and then where's the other, the Melty Morocco?
Oh, holy moly.
Yeah, and Brad had just pulled this one, like, I think I don't know when he works on some of these things. I was like, that's awesome, because I saw the outer parts. I was like, where's the stencil that goes in that? Because the outer bits
Okay,
we're
so
going to include.
everybody done with circles? These are
Yeah.
my circles now, right?
Yes,
I
they are
can have
yours
them.
to do with as you please. We will have all of this stuff in the shop, hopefully this evening. You know, we're going to do our best. I will make a post
Look
in
at
Makers.
those little stickery edge circles.
And they look like little paint blobs.
Aren't they just wonderful? Okay, now we're going to have to do
Or Uncle Joe's spilt coffee.
do-si-do here again so I can get this melted Moroccan at the top, and I have to show you all the wonderfulness. This is about it. Okay, so
This is a 9x12, and we'll have the other versions available too. We just haven't cut them yet.
I'm just going to see if I can get these circles off of here.
I doubt Brad will come on camera, but he's showing his hands.
I'd hate to lose a circle or two here. But I might.
Thanks, Mo. For stencil stocking, yes. Stock all you want.
All right, now we can really appreciate this in its entire loveliness, because look at what you get here. Okay? Are you seeing it?
That's what I saw. I was like, man, that looks cool. It's kind of
Okay.
like a rug, and that's why I was like Melty Morocco.
But because of the way he tiled it, you have X's, but then you have this.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you go on the diagonal,
I'm really proud of him. This is
I
a very
know.
PM artist, like a funky kind of, not, you know, just it's different.
it's just, and when you print this, you're going to see, here is a tile.
Well, you got
Here
15
is-
minutes. You want to print that one?
Well, I can.
Do it. We've showed all the stuff. This one is actually in the shop right now. I think he did actually get his up today. I'm still working on the holes and the battered donuts and things, but it
Okay.
will soon. Promise.
You get this part. No questions asked.
Correct.
They will send it to you.
Yes.
This is what I planned. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm going to cut it right into the corner here and here. I'm going to take this side, do the same thing. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put the seam down the middle. So I'm going to have a positive, negative thing going on. I'm going to do the same thing with the ends.
Nice.
So it will be like you can create a sort of a border, or you can just leave it like this.
Yeah.
You know.
And remember, this is the 9x12, so it has it's pushed to the extreme of like what we can cut. If you get like the 8x10 version, it's gonna be, you're gonna have more border to play with, and same thing for like a 5x7.
Right.
It will also allow you a bit more border.
What do we got here? Oh, it ought to be ready to come up.
That's cute. I like that, Darcy. Fish
What
lips.
did she say?
She says fish lips. So I think she's like, ooh. Oh. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, it was so funny because he had it laying out on the desk and I only saw the border part and I was like, well, whatever goes to this is gonna definitely make P happy.
I was very, very happy. Oh, and see, I got that already mucked up my nice white. But look at this. Isn't this great?
I like that. That's nice. That will go with your circle stuff, I think.
That absolutely. All of those will go with my circle stuff. Let's see if I can get this off before it dries. Yeah, look at that. I did. All right. So we got a little bit
Oh.
of mucky
She
muck.
says, no, the outer stencil looks like fish lips. I thought you were giving us fish lips, like, ooh. Or is that duck face? Isn't that what they call it, duck face, when girls are all like,
This.
yeah. Kind of little fish lippy things, yeah. I could see it, like, you know, see it's kind of, or the mouth coming in. You got to look at reverse thing. The fish's mouth is coming in. She didn't see it.
I don't see it. But maybe I will when I print it. If I can get it off here without distorting it to the point of... I just don't know that I want this color on my next one.
Yeah.
Because it's not necessarily a color enjoyed and loved by everyone. Okie dokie. So what are we going to do here?
Oop.
Now we want to put it down. The first time we want to put it down, remember, with the little grippy parts to the back. Once it gets some stuff on it, it's no worries anymore and you don't have to worry about that. But the first couple of times it's kind of important. I mean, it wouldn't, you know, be the end of the world. Okay, let's do some. This is what, when I watched, who was I watching? That did all the different colors and all over the place. And
You got to give me more than that.
okay, she did Wispy Grasp.
Oh,
Wispy
Hartman.
Grass. Yes, she did different colors in different places. And I thought,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, and I was like, yes, you definitely should do that.
that is just so brilliant. And I happen to have one of those little rollers.
Or was it Darcy?
Fran does that too. Oh, it could have been Darcy. I don't know. Somebody that was doing different colors on their thing. I think they actually both did.
No, yes. Well, okay, actually, no, because it is two people. It is both Darcy and Christy Hartman. Darcy, we loved the blues together. She mixed those blues and did that cool in-between kind of fade business right there in the middle. Now, Christy Hartman, she was making the cool, like, really vibrant colors in those faded background parts.
It went into the background, and then the wispy grass down below. Oh look, I've got a little extra funny color there.
See, she just does it in a pot. She has not been mixing her paints, really, you know.
Well, this doesn't have a number on it, so I'm not held to that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And Sandy's, she says, so if I already bought the nested circles and the other sets, do I need this extra huge set of circle things?
Nah.
Here's what I would say. That
if you used huge plates.
Yeah, if you've got a really big plate, then I think it makes sense. But if you've got kind of smaller plates, the bigger ones don't make sense. We just wanted to offer that because it was kind of like some people were asking about, oh, well, you know, I have a bigger plate. What, you know, which stencils to use and stuff.
It's
and
just
like,
only if you have a big plate and you want it.
Yeah. And they are different. Yeah, as Brad is saying, they are different. They are not exact copies. That's what takes long because he spends time, like, really, he's pretty meticulous about it. This is not how Darcy did it. Darcy did it better. I'm just saying. I love it. Darcy did a better job. This is how it happened in P's mind. This is what she remembers. So, like, there was color here and there was color here. And then, so I'm just going to do this.
Yeah.
I mean that in a very sweet and wonderful way.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of paint, though.
It is a lot of paint. I might have got a little carried away with the paint. And by the time I get through here, I don't know that we're going to have much of a variation of anything.
No.
It's going to be, I don't know, it might be a little bit. Oh, I completely left this corner off. I'm glad I turned that over.
All right, there. There only getting streakies.
That's good. At
All
least
right.
that's something, you know, here.
Yes, but both Brad and I, but mainly Brad these days.
What?
Graphic design, yes, of the stencils and such. I used to be the main designer, and then Brad started helping and taking over and making prettier things that he wants to use. Feel a little sad sometimes, but that's okay.
I have to really get
Hello,
that.
Martha.
I have to really get that down in there because you understand that this is on the back side.
Ah, see, Maxine, we were thinking about, you were actually one of the ones that were asking about bigger stencils. And I think it was over in Fran's live that she was talking about that.
Fran needs them too.
Yeah, Fran has big, but Fran cuts her own stuff.
All right, I just don't like this way this is
I
working.
don't, what are you doing? I'm worried about you.
You just don't worry, Mariah. I'm going to make this work.
Show them how it's done.
Or not done.
Why are you using the tiny one?
I'm making brush strokes, Mariah.
That's making me angry. Whew.
Now let's look at it on the other side. I'll see if I can do that without knocking my
I'm
paint.
going to tell you what Darcy says. I do one color on opposite corners, another color on the other opposite corners. And
We'll pull this and try that again, Darcy.
We're going to get it right.
We're going to get it right. I've got some color here saved.
We might be going long today. We definitely are going long today. Because she's got to redeem herself. We ain't leaving on this.
Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can flip this off because this has got kind of the same the color combination that I wanted on the back side.
Yes, and flipping off is definitely appropriate for this.
So rude. So rude.
Oh, sorry.
Now here's what the other day. Oh my gosh. All right, so the stencil that I talked about, you know, everybody says, I said, what a good idea, you know, putting your stencil in a napkin and then, you know, and
Yeah, you talked about this the
Yeah.
other day, and it stuck to it. Yeah.
and then I was pulling it and my brayers.
Hello, Michelle, and that's awesome. Michelle has her stencils to play with. It's a good weekend coming up. And she's dealing with the stencil over there.
I am.
Oh, that's
It
pretty
looks
good.
pretty good. I don't know what to do with this now.
You want me to hold it?
No, just hang it up here on the line.
Oh, stretch.
Stretch, stretch. Okay. We're going to try to pull this if it hasn't dried by now. Oh, friend, let's hope
Deb
for...
says the plate still looks great. Positive energy. I'm sending a lot of negative over there. I'm sorry.
Yes, she's been making ugly comments about my
Yeah, what's
my
going on?
brayering or whatever.
Well, I just didn't understand the little brayer.
I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to do it.
Okay.
It's going to happen. I
right.
don't... Now that my
Just let me know if you need me to
my stencil, this is where you need two. One's drying and one's in use. But maybe getting about 14 prints off of it.
Yeah, there's still some, it's still giving.
Okay, whoa, and we got a whole bunch of wet stuff over here. Oh my goodness. What?
Oh, that's just, you're getting chuckles, and, you know.
Hey, this is not bad. Look at that.
Oh, yes, Judy P just dropped in the, if you guys want to hang out with us and, you know, see a lot of the people that are hanging out here in the chat and see the art that they make, we do that over in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. There's the link there in the chat. You can also find that stuff down below in the description area. We highly recommend it. We like our group. We like our people. We have fun and discussions.
Hey, there's some different colors out there. Kind of, sort of.
Hey, Debbie said she loved it.
Oh, good. Well, now we've just got all this mucky muck here that I definitely don't.
So, Christy, we have talked about this. Yeah, she says, I want to come on a retreat with you too. Except I might have to spend the whole time laughing. Yeah, we would totally be laughing. That's a big part of the art for us. Like, we hang out and we chuckle. And that's why P gets a little grumpy whenever I have to work a lot. Or, you know, I'm not up here in the evenings and things. Because we don't get just kind of our time. And a lot of this, like how we banter and laughter, it's very much
And it
how we
breaks it
are.
up, and you know, and when I have those moments when I want to just spit and cuss and carry on, Mariah's over there, she's going, "Oh, are
We'll
you
put PM
kidding
artist
me? Are you
studio on it.
kidding me? What are you talking about? Do da 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 da." And then of course I will say, "Oh yes, all right, of course I will do that." I'm just trying to get that edge cleaned up because it isn't going to come off.
And Darcy says that the little gift baskets that we'll leave like on the beds and things will include depends.
Boy, that's the truth. That's becoming more and more of a problem. I tell you what, I try not to sneeze. Is it kind of... All right, now let's get back to it. All right, who's my person that tells me what to do here? She did opposite corners.
Yes.
Yes. All right, well,
So
we've already got some blue out there, so we don't really have to...
She starts in the corners and then brings it in.
Okie dokie.
See, you were trying to kind of mix in
Yeah.
too much, and then that way...
I got to use this, guys, because it's on my thing. Sorry.
Yeah, why you got the orange out then?
Oh, because I'm going to use some orange, too. It's going to
Okay.
be my other color.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, so I've got that in that corner. Now what am I going to put down here? Maybe some lime green. I don't really have lime green. I have this green.
And see, this doesn't seem like you kind of went too much paint before.
You think I got too much of this?
No, I'm thinking that this might not be enough.
Oh, I think it will
Okay. Yeah, put that back down.
be. Oops.
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 A little orange mixed in there.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's right.
Yes, the piddle pads for humans.
I'm just going to do 3.
We'll get Leslie squared away. I promise. I'll tell you what, YouTube doesn't make it easy. The Arty Perks is a little tricky at
Okay.
times.
Now, do I use my little brayer?
I'm against the little brayer. The little brayer seems to take a whole lot of time. It's just, it's an observation.
All right, so what do I start with here? Probably the orange.
Yeah, and then bringing it, and you're going this time without the stencil.
And then I will put the stencil down.
Yeah. Darcy says she generally uses 3 colors.
Excellent. I did good.
Yeah. I don't know which is the one.
Oops. Oh, it's all right.
And she uses the 4-inch brayer and go light to dark. See, there's method to her madness. Look at all that. Darcy getting us note up. Yeah, and I think once you don't cross streams, this is kind of like
I know, but now I've got an
Ghostbusters.
orange corner. That's
well, I think
horrible.
you leave it. I think, oh,
Can't leave that orange corner,
just leave
Mariah.
it. Just leave it, lady. She's overworking it.
Where's my stencil? Where's my stencil? They still have a little mookie mook on it.
Yeah, oh, well, they all, yeah.
What?
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Can you turn the fan on higher?
I will do that. Mouse says, do you think Izzy or P gets more grumpy when they don't get M time?
Well, it's not fair because Izzy goes in. Okay, so she has what she calls her nest. It's a beanbag chair and numerous blankets and pillows.
Yeah,
She just hauls it into the office at the end of the filing cabinet and sets up house.
Yeah.
Well, I could do that, but I don't think my boutier would fit there and have people getting in and out.
We need a bigger office
Need a bigger office.
for us all to hang out at the same time. And then I think Brad would leave. Like, this just
What
too
does he
much.
make it? Did he make some comments there?
No, he didn't, but I was just thinking
He's
that. I'm like,
being
yeah,
really
he'd be
nice.
like, no.
Okay, yeah. I've had all this I can handle.
Okay.
Now look at that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And Brad says, yes, I would. I would leave. That's a whole lot of people in that space.
And plus, it gets hot in there.
It does, with the machines and everything. And it's a lower ceiling in the office, so it really...
Yeah, we have big, tall ceilings here.
I like this. You redeemed yourself on that one. Sherbet. It does. Yes, it had a very sherbety.
Oh, I love sherbet. Why don't we ever have sherbet? Look at that.
I don't really care for sherbet.
I think that's stunning.
If I want a popsicle...
I needed to get a little, and I knew that when I was doing that. It was like, I need to get some more out of there. That's going to be kind of...
I do like this stencil, though. Good job, Brad. We'll keep you.
It's a good one. Now, here's the other thing about this one.
Bye, Carrie. We'll see you Sunday. Yes, if you can. No worries.
Alrighty, bye. If I were to take this and offset it ever so slightly, you're going to get those wonderful kind of shadowy effects. Do you know what I mean?
Now, bring the other one, or yeah, bring the others back just to kind of see the process.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is still wet.
Yeah, you see,
I can't
it's
bring it.
starting to stick to things.
I can't
Okay.
bring
That was the stencil.
back because I just got it all over me.
But you did do pretty good on the paint. I'm proud of you of the amount of paint on that one. This
Yeah.
other one.
And this one's kind of watery.
I was going to say, it's interesting. You did get a little puckering there in that middle section.
Yeah. Got a little bit over here. And then this big blob of blue, which is what I added afterwards, remember? It was
Yeah.
really rookie move on my part there. That was not a good thing. You know, just have my moments there. And as I'm getting overheated here.
Oh, Fran wants...
Like I'm getting a little bit grumpy.
Yeah, she doesn't do well with being hot. Fran would like to see a version of that with violet oxide and Prussian blue.
You got it, girl. I don't know that my stencil's dry, but by the time I get that all
It'll be all right.
out there, it'll be okay. It might have a little residue of this in there, but
That might be interesting.
I don't think Fran would mind. There we go. I'll tell you what, I'm hoping all this stuff that I've been piling up back here isn't like getting married up. Because that could be.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And okay, yes, Linda got her information. Thank you, Mo.
Prussian blue and violet oxide.
Yeah, and they are pricey no matter where you find them. Like, if you get the little wooden ones, but if you find one for under $30, let us know.
Now, did you, the Baron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The person that makes them, the fancy ones.
Was it
But you don't have to get the fancy ones. And I think she said that you can get the plain wood ones for like $35.
Wasn't it Susan? Susan, help us. Pretty sure it was Susan. That got the fancy Baron.
The inlaid ones.
Yeah.
That were like really high dollar, but really beautiful. I mean, if I didn't have one, I'd be saving my paint money to buy one of those. There we go. Perfect amount. I think that does something to the consistency of the paint. I'm thinking.
Oh.
Pardon?
So, Fran's saying a stencil design like the stencil you used with the violet oxide Prussian. I don't think she was actually saying about this, but I am curious if you can get the same results with this stencil as the other one does.
I don't know either. I think it may have... There's something about that round circular form that pulls the paint differently. I could be mistaken, and here we are. I'm glad we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But then Fran says, but then a stencil based on the bamboo lattice.
Oh.
So yeah, I think
don't know.
Well, she's already put Brad kind of on, and Brad's interested. So, you know, stay tuned, guys. We've got a list, and we're working through it. You know?
I'm putting a little bit more out there because it seemed really blue.
Yeah, compared to your earlier.
Just got to remember, you don't need as much blue with your...
Oh, Deb, does he have a, does your husband have a lathe? If he does.
Yeah.
And he's bored and wants to make, 20 of them. We would be interested.
We would sell them.
We would sell them in our shop. We just don't have that kind of equipment here. I told Brad if he's up for woodworking, it's hot. It's
Yeah, and
we got a lot of things on the plate anyway.
Yeah, that take precedent that we need him for, and if he would hurt or injure himself out there on his, electrical electrical equipment. Hey, listen, that's no joke. You can hurt yourself seriously with that stuff because you're using those sharp, pointy. What do you call those things that carve out things?
Yeah,
things that carve out things.
I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, where's my stencil? Hopefully it's dry by now. Yeah, pretty much. That's what's lovely about.
Well, that's totally okay, Deb.
Look at how I centered
Yeah,
that.
you did. It's because you had nice contrast to work with.
This is true.
She knew where she was going.
Get my
Sometimes it doesn't know.
damn paper on here where it's halfway in the middle of the paper rather than on one end or the other. All right, now here's where we're going to get our suction. And I think the suction occurs a lot from leaving more paint on. You know how it took 2 to pull off enough that I could get an image?
Mm-hmm. Oh, awesome. Oh, look, it did a little bit of it. You can see it at the top part there. Now, I'm telling you, I think this has a ton to do with
The paint.
the open paints, along with the humidity that we have going on.
Because this morning I looked at my phone, it was 85%.
And it was 96% the other day.
Try to get this so that I don't have edges that are mucky muck when I pull it up.
And then if this one turns out like we want, then we'll leave it on that one.
Leave it on that note.
Mm-hmm.
Positive note.
Well, Fran, I think you have plenty of humidity there and everything. You might still get the results.
Look at that.
It looks like it's vibrating.
And see, the whole thing about this is when you look at this and you look at this print and you're seeing the positive, here what you're emphasizing is the negative.
Well, I would also, I know quite a few of you guys do have the ring of pansies. If you have that stencil, try this. Post the stuff over in Makers because we're curious. Like, is it the open paints or is this just something that, P has been able to, and she could try it too with some of the other paints. Is it the humidity? But we would love for you guys to try it too and see the kind of results that you're getting, what's kind of coming off of those pansies.
Well, now remember, I used the violet oxide with gold to get that kind of bronzy, and remember, it kind of pulled out.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I don't know what I did with that.
So, Nisi, this is the, and there's a couple different ones, but the main one she's been using today is the Ring of Pansies, and I think it's either the 8x10 or the 9x12 version.
Yeah, I like the smaller one the best.
Yeah,
for this.
With 12. So it
this
has
one.
12 pansies on it. But there's a version of this that has 6 pansies.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere.
There's one hanging on your card over here. Look this away. Underneath the other one. There you go. And you get the puckering with it too.
I don't know. I haven't used this one.
Okay.
Have
We know
not.
for sure with the little one. Little circles.
I mean, you may get better puckering. I don't know.
But, and now this new stencil, the Melty Morocco. There you go. Yeah, so Mo says, and if you don't have open and struggle to achieve the technique, consider making a texture plate with the PM stencils. That's true too. You do get similar.
puckery.
Good call, Mo.
Hey, no kidding.
Look at that.
You get some good stuff with that. Oh, this
That
is...
was a really good call. I didn't even think to.
Or you can add retarder to whatever paint you have, because remember, originally when I did this, I added a little bit more
Extra.
retarder, and you do get more squishiness, I
Yeah.
think. Even though it was both of them were open, I added that little bit more, so it will be interesting.
Deb, it's in the shop right now. Now we're gonna turn it on after the stream, but we have to cut. We still have to cut the other sizes. So Brad may not have made it live yet, so it will be very shortly, and all of the circles and everything. So just give us a little time. I'll post over in Makers. Just, you know, hey, all those things that we talked about, they're in the shop. I'll do that, a little announcement one. I don't like doing that too much in Makers, but I appreciate you guys, so I want to
Yeah, I
let
just get
you
blue
know.
paint on my nose.
I was trying to see you. No, you're good. You're good. All right, so I think that's a
Good place to end on. Yes.
good Thursday thoughts and little experiments and all that business. All right. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
do read that article. Read the whole thing. I don't know how I lost a page.
That was, yeah, it's all right. There you go. I will put that in the description area down below. 3,000 subscribers. We're there. We're
there.
it. So we will have the giveaway on May 15th. We're kind of planning maybe something fun for that. We need to do a little more planning, but we'll make that day pretty fun.
A special day.
Yeah, do bags and things and get everybody. There's just a little coordinating with all that. So stay tight on that one. Do come back. Leave us comments. Let us know what you love, what you hate. Mainly what you love.
Yeah.
We got enough hate in the world.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. Either way. Very good. We will see you guys then next on, so this is Thursday. We will see you Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday.
All right.
Today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday. Oh, I have to find my other screen in order to end this thing. There we go. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.